Here's what we're making today. 5 things with a circle punch. Hi crafty friends and welcome along. It's Nicole here. So today we are going to make, first thing we're going to make is a coin envelope, a decorated coin envelope. We're going to make a pocket, a page pocket. We're going to make some charm dangles. We're going to make a decorative sort of side tuck thing, and we're going to make the last thing's a surprise. So we'll have to wait till the end to see that one. So yeah, let's get started. So what we'll do, I've decided we'll start with the coin envelope. So here's some of my things. I've already punched out some circles, as you can see. So here's the coin envelope. I've actually set it up. I've laid it out how I want it. So what I've done, so we can make it together, is I've had this pink sort of lace trim, and then I've got this vintage lace trim that I've cut down, just a regular coin envelope. If you don't have any, you can, I'm not sure where you can source them from because I'm from New Zealand, but you can make your own. There is quite a few journal pages out there or videos on how to make coin envelopes. And then I'm going to go with kind of shades of pink. So I've already punched out a few, as you can see. So I'm going to use this one, and I've inked the edges to save time. Now I wasn't sure, I quite like this flower one with the little pink flower and the daisy, but I also like this one. So I think I decided this one with the little vintage girl and the little pink rose. So I'll put them there. Also, like I'm making it with a 1-inch circle punch, but you can use whatever you want. Like yeah, so if you've got a 1.5 inch or a 2-inch, this is just an idea. These aren't how you have to make it. Also, I wanted to include other people, so I thought before I had a circle punch, I used either yeah, like this is a washi tape, or you could use a lid, like a lid off a bottle or something. I don't know, something to chase around. So there is options for other people depending on how your fussy cutting is, but that's a similar size actually. Anyway, so yeah, so I've hole punched a few of these already. So now we're just gonna stick it down and then trim it. So I've just got this multi-fabric sewing glue. So when I started setting this up a while ago, it was sunny, and now it started raining, so I hope the lighting's still good. I think it's still pretty good. And then I better check it's at the right height, eh? Where I want it. Yep, that'll be good. And this one. Sometimes when it's really holey like this, it's actually quite tricky to stick them down. Did you notice? So I'll try and stick it down the best I can. I guess that's why it's good if you've got something on top, it helps sort of anchor it a bit better. Because it's the edges that's going to be tricky. Right, let's try that. Feel like oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that, dog interruptions. Joys of having pets, eh? So I sometimes use just a pen to sort of stick it down. like I'm using just the blunt end of a felt pen with the lid on, I should say, the lid of it, not the actual pen. I don't know why I'm doing it like this, but I'm not left-handed. Oh, actually I'm going to need these anyway, don't I? So it does look a wee bit wet now, but it will dry. It'll dry clear, so you won't see it. Right, and I'll stick these down. Just glue them all and then work out where I'm going to put them. So I'm just sitting them on there. I haven't like firmly stuck it down. But this is just sort of one idea you could do with the, like you don't have to have a picture one in the middle. Like, oh, so I got this one. I was going to tell you where I got it from. If it was a digital, I'd love to tell you, but I've actually had it about a year, so I'm not sure where I got it from. I think actually it might be a freebie off a page. I got a set of 6. Where? Oh, so this one here. There was a set of 6 of them, and I can't remember where I got it from. Sorry. Like I said, it was over a year ago, but they're little like vintage people. So that's it. So I'm happy with that. So that would be the little pocket, and then you can either stick the back on a page, obviously, or there's a few options, or you can just tuck it in a journal pocket. So then you just trim the excess off like usual. That side's pretty good actually. And then just trim this bit off. Right, done. So that one's done. So that's number 1. Idea number 2 is a pocket. So this is what it looks like finished. I'm making a purple one at the moment, a lilac, because my current journal I'm working on is lilac. So this one's got a little butterfly on it, but again you could put something else, a flower or something else. So this one will make, I'll use this is my journal page. This is an Italian page out of a magazine, like vintage magazine. And I'm just going to use some music paper to make the pocket. So what I'm going to do is I'll cut it down to size first, then I'll where's my pencil? Then I'll decorate it before I stick it on though. Oh, it's pretty much just right on that line anyway. So what I do is when I cut it down too, I pretty much, actually I wouldn't mind getting a bit of that other pattern in. I try and get it so it's slightly in from the edge, just like a tiny smidge, only because it's slightly in from the edge, because so when you put it in the journal it folds a bit easier, especially when that's when this pocket is full of different bits and pieces. It'll be easier to turn the page. Right, it's still a smidge too big from how I want it. Just make a mark and then cut it. Yep, like that. Anyway, and then so what I'm going to do is similar to what I did for the other pocket. You can put a lace underneath, or you can use ribbon. So here's one here. You might want to use a blue ribbon, or sort of an acry blue ribbon, and then put some of your circles on. Circles on, like depending what pattern you're wanting. So yeah, I'm going for this kind of angle look, but I don't think I want that blue ribbon. I'll just go back to the lace. I like that vintage lace look. So I'm going to pop that on. Cut a bit off. Scissors. But also I was thinking you could do this angled too if you had an angled pocket that was down that way. Again, you could put it on an angle and put the idea of 3, or you could just put 1 if you wanted just 1 flower. It depends what people like, eh? What's on the other side of these? Oh yeah, flowers as well. Okay, so I think for this one, I'm going to use these on the outside, the purpley kind of ones, and then use this, either these 2 little toddlers on a bike, or what's this one? What other ones have I got? Oh, this is a little girl, vintage one of a girl under an umbrella. Not sure. Yeah, I don't know if I like those lines. I might actually try a different punch. So I do like the lilac theme. I just want a bit more variety. I don't like that picture so much. Got this one. What other ones have I got? Yeah, I'll just do this one for now, I think. So let's glue it down. Oh, I haven't inked the edges. I'll just quickly do that. Won't bore you with it, so it takes a couple of seconds. Cool, done. Then I can glue it down. Okay. Right, here we go. Excellent. I'm happy with that. Might use my pen again, that I like to use, my felt pen, just to sort of stick it down a bit better before it dries. And then I'll let it dry a bit before I trim the edges, but in the meantime I'm gonna stick these on. And where's the purple one? There. Plain purple one, purple lilac. I'm happy with that. Stick those down. Oh, actually that side's quite nice. The flower. Okay, right, where are we going? Got this one. I'll just place them on gently before I actually push on them and stick them down, because obviously I want to get the right placing, and I don't want one to be out of like the wrong placing. Yep, I'm happy with that. Excellent. So that's done. So I'll just wait a few seconds for that to dry. But then, so that's the whole pocket. And then we obviously, you know how to just glue around the edge and stick it down. And that's that pretty much done. Oh, I do need to trim this edge. I'm not keen to do it when it's wet. But you get the idea anyway of how to make that pocket. So that's idea number 2. And the next one's the dangle. I'm aware of time. I don't want you guys to wait too long. So the dangles. Where are the dangles? Right, I put them in a safe place where I can't see them right now. You gotta laugh, don't you, at yourself? I actually can't see them. Where are they? I've just put it up here, surely. Okay. Yep, here they are. It's because there's by other laces, that's right. So there's a variety of little dangles you can do. So this one is just a vintage little person. I've used just a bulb pin, and then so this one obviously has the ribbon, the coral ribbon, and the vintage, and then the vintage lace, sorry. And then this one is, I've used a lilac, but these are using the hole punch. And then I had a third one that I'd made, this one, but I can't find, I've run out of pins. I have one more pin for the one I'm making, we're going to make together now. But I mean, it's pretty straightforward, isn't it? But I've just put that on a paper clip for now, vintage paper clip. But they're vintage laces. So it gives you an idea, again, of different colours you can do. Pretty straightforward, really. But I just thought, aren't they cute? Like, I was like, you can just add that to a page. Like, so when I say add it to a page, you could add it up top to a page, or you could clip it onto a pocket. Obviously it won't look as effective because these already have circles on them, but there's a few different options you could do. I thought they're pretty cute. And so let's make one now. Let's use these. A little girl under her umbrella with some roses. Also, I was the first couple, I used a hole punch to punch the hole, but actually now I think I prefer it without the hole punch because it's quite a large hole, even though it's a small hole punch. So I decided I just prefer to put the pin in, make a pinhole. But I mean, it's up to you, whatever you want to do. So I just poke the pin through, so you got the bulb pin, and then I just attach some lace. You might not want it too thick, or ribbon. You can add ribbon. Like for me, I'm just going to do a bit of lace for this one. Excellent. And that's how quick it is. So, oh, and if you don't have pictures already like this, I was thinking you can just make your own. So this one is just off some scrapbooking paper, and it's just a flower. On the back it's patterned, and this one's probably the same. Yep, a couple of flowers. So you could do it with flowers as well. It's up to you. But I just thought it was a cute idea for a page. So that's idea number 3. Now, idea number 4 is this. So this is a side tuck. So let's get our page. This is the page. And then I've already made one, but I was going to tell you how to make it. It's pretty straightforward, really. You can probably guess how you made it. But I thought it's just something different, because then so what I did was I just got a square bit of paper, of card, sorry. And then I went along and I took half circles out of it, of this floral paper. And then I backed it with purple paper. So, because like I said, I'm making a purple journal. But I mean, you can do that with anything. You could use vintage book page or coffee dyed paper, anything you like. And then you can decorate it some more, like if you wanted to put a couple of flowers on it or something. You're welcome to do that too, or a vintage picture. It's just that this is already floral. So with this one, you'd put that there, cut it down. So we can cut that down now and just glue it on as a side tuck. But the other idea I had is you can actually make it like an angled pocket if you wanted to. So you'd angle it, or you could use a book page, make a angled book page pocket. I don't have a piece here. Yeah, I've got this piece of book page here. So say this was your book page and you wanted to make a pocket, sort of like this on the side of the page. We'll just pretend that's your pocket, and then you can angle it along there. It's not really a good example, but I'm sure you ladies are clever. You can see what I mean. But there's a few options. This one, I'm just going to do the side tuck where you tuck a little tag or ephemera in the side there. So I'll make a little mark actually, because I can't do it right now. and then that's the back of it, and then you just glue the edges. Now make sure I glue the right side, eh? So I want to go this way. Down this side. Cool. And then check that on here. Oops, it's wriggled slightly. Okay, so that's that. And then I'll get a little tag so you can get an example of what it might look like. So here's a little bit of ephemera. Chuck it in the side like that, you know, like I'm sure you've seen those side. I haven't done the edge very well, did I? Anyway, so that's that one. So that's idea number 4. And then my last idea, I'm quite excited to show you, is a window. Yes, so this is the window. It's got a little, so you can hole punch. They're actually quite tricky to do. So I'm not actually going to make one today because we're running out of time, but I'll give you an example. So this was a white bit of tag I had, but the issue is you'd have to make it pretty narrow, because what I did was with this one, I went to make the hole, but the hole's actually not in the middle, so you can see it doesn't line up to be in the middle. Well, it doesn't anyway. If you do the hole, it ends up like that. So that's it, and then it's on the edge, but it's quite close to the edge there, so I don't really like that. So what I did was I used this as my model sort of thing, as my template, and I drew around the inside like that, and then I cut it out with a craft knife. So yeah, that's another idea. But I mean, you could, excuse me, you could use, if you had, this is a creamy bit of paper, creamy colour, or more vintage colour, you could put that on top too, and you could, you know, there's a variety of ways of making it. But anyway, I hope you like it. So this little tag has also got a little bit of my fern out of my garden on it. Then I was thinking afterwards, oh, maybe I should have used the fern in the actual window. But I thought that's pretty cute, eh? It's a pretty cute idea to put in a journal. Anyway, so let me know if I'm happy to make more tags or more decorate pockets or something. Let me know if you have any ideas of what you'd like to see next, like if you prefer decorating pockets or tags or different things. I'd like to hear some feedback in the comments. Thank you for watching today, and have a good week. See ya.